and it was like completely gray. And if I go like 3 days without shaving, mine is too. I'm like, nope, I ain't that old.
You still got a baby face.
I'd prefer to keep that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, you need hair before you can go gray, and I don't have one.
And that's another reason why I keep mine short like this, is because the gray hairs, the longer it gets, the more prominent the gray hair gets.
Yep. James said he's just going to restart his laptop. He's going to join in.
Okay.
He was having some problems joining in. I don't know why.
Do we have any? You got the stream up?
Yes, we are live.
Okay. Do we have anybody on the stream?
No,
Can you
I'm
tell?
not watching it. No, usually not
Okay.
for like the first 5 or 10 minutes. I'll check though. No viewers. No viewers. Yeah. Right.
Well, I mean, I can certainly jump on the Twitch stream.
Seriously,
so
I'm viewing you, and you're viewing me, so we have viewers.
yeah, but I'm not on Twitch. I'm just on the Zoom call.
2 viewers. No, I don't care about the viewers. I really don't care. It's fine.
All right.
Don't worry about logging in on your phone. I used to do that stuff.
I can't do both at once off the phone.
When I had my gaming,
I mean, I could, but
no, don't do it. When I had my gaming channel, I would try to do that stuff to give myself like 2 extra viewers and make it look like some people were actually tuning in. But no, it's kind of.
It's been a lot of fun. I told you about my DJ friend who's got a Twitch stream that he does, and he's actually gotten to a point where he's able to monetize it a little bit.
That's good.
So, and I'm a mod for it, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Okay. Hey, James.
Oh, did James join us?
How's it going, Scott?
Doing pretty good. There's no video.
I got no video?
I can see him.
Oh, there you are.
Uh-oh. Mustache is looking a little wonky. Can't have that. Gotta look our best.
Here.
Your mustache looks A+.
Looking our best.
Aw.
All right, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and apologize that I wasn't there this last weekend, but it looks like that particular conversation went pretty well.
Yeah, no worries, Scott.
We missed you, but we had a good time. Also, we missed you.
Yeah, and you had some, looked like you had some additional participation.
Yeah, Super Duper joined. We got to see him and talk to him a little bit. Colleen, Super Duper.
Yeah, he may be back today. We let him know what time it was going to be, so he might join us in at the beginning of our meeting today. We'll see. Colleen, Super Duper.
Colleen, Super Duper. You ready for some Val after this, John?
This is the answer. Yes, I am ready for Spell. Are we gonna play in your new house? You built this.
No.
You built this awesome place. What are you gonna do with it?
Oh, that's just where I fish.
That's where I fish.
That's my fishing hut, bro.
You fish out of that balcony.
No, it's right on a steep cliff that goes all the way down to a river that like splits into a bunch of rivers. So I just run down the river and cast and catch a fish and go down to another spot and catch another fish. And then I sneak back, try to assassinate me some deers. I got some boars fucking. One-star boar. So
all right, so next time I get
James, sorry.
next time I get to Arkansas, James, you're providing me with fresh fish.
Oh no, this is in the video game.
Oh, okay.
The fish I catch in real life are this big.
I'm gonna text you a picture.
Yeah,
This is a picture of James when he caught his
I'm so proud.
catch of the season. Where's the picture?
Fed us for weeks, bro.
This was James' season catch.
Could barely hold it.
I can barely hold it up. It's just struggling.
Small.
I'm waiting for the pic to come across.
Okay, it's gonna go through.
There it is. Let me take a look. Well, that is definitely not a throw it over your shoulder and burp it perch.
No.
I'm sorry, James, that's bait.
Yeah, that's what my friend said. I was glad I threw it in the water before he got to it. It's like, little guy, I'll save you. You got a future.
I'm sorry, that's like an image from Finding Nemo.
Yep, I found him.
Okay, let me get the meeting started. Today's meeting is on self-care.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am recording.
Okay, doesn't show, but okay.
No, it won't show on Zoom.
It normally does.
I'm recording to my laptop using
okay.
the streaming software.
Okay, something different. Okay, cool.
My first note on self-care. Self-care is eating the right amount of tacos.
Yeah, I've got that down on my list as well. Limit junk food intake. That's a big one.
Guys, it's not Tuesday, it's Saturday. You have to wait a couple of days before you can do that.
Yeah, my taco allotment is when my neighbor cooks them. Once a month, something like that. Yeah, limit junk food intake. It goes along with that. Limit your energy drinks. Limit the poison that you're putting into your body that's automatically going to make you feel bad. It might pick you up for a minute, just like this energy drink's going to do, but I'm going to be wanting more energy drinks later. Need to have all the water and nutrition, proper nutrition. All the things that make yourself feel better is automatically right there in self-care. That's a good number one there. One that I thought I actually just coincidentally had a lesson. I was a student in this lesson on Wednesday. They had a list of some self-care stuff, so I'm going down that a little bit. But this one's I'm finding more and more important. Limit yourself to distressing content. Yeah. So I get myself ramped up. I start watching these YouTube videos that are about being pissed off at one group or another group. This group's doing that. A lot of hate going on, whether it's the truth or not that these people are being however they're being, it's still nothing I need to be a part of. I mean, until it's on my doorstep, I don't have to.
That kind of information just overwhelms our media because it grabs our attention so hard and sells, and it works on the internet the same way on social media or even on your YouTube.
Absolutely.
YouTube streams.
Yeah, I would say, and this is so James, before you joined, I asked John whether this was physical, mental, or emotional health. I think this veers into the mental health area, and the more garbage, especially if you feel like it's garbage that you end up watching on social media, the more worked up you get, and that's not healthy for you.
Big time. Yeah, I get caught up in it sometimes, but I make sure that a lot of the stuff that I view is just good, funny stuff. Every day for lunch and dinner, I put on these funny people that I see their reaction to bad movies. It's called So Bad It's Good, So it's like just some laughing at about a silly thing, content that's not going to distress me, not going to affect my lunch. I'm not going to be thinking about it afterwards, other than maybe a giggle at something that was said. Yeah, I think people let it affect them a lot more than they should, and it's really easy to get swept up in that storm.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that some of my friends that are in other states do, because obviously I don't get to see them, but we've recently started exchanging reels and memes, and none of them are political.
Yeah,
None of them are controversial. They're just freaking funny. And so, sometimes I need a giggle in the middle of the day.
yeah, definitely. I watch a lot of those try not to laugh things as well, where it's memes, people.
Yep, I've seen
Yeah,
those.
right. Yeah, good laughter, getting yourself to laugh. That's that's on the right path to self-care. You always feel better after having something like that. Uh, so next I got focus on what you can control. Rather than stressing yourself out over something that you're not able to do anything about now. Gear it down to I can take out the trash right now. I can clean my place because it's stressing me. I can pay this bill and this bill, but I'm gonna have to call the people about this bill, and work something out later. Uh, don't just sit there and let something fester within you that you can't do anything about. Like me not being able to see my kids. I I'd say I try not to think about it, because if I do start to think about it, it has an effect on me. I have to put that off over into a different group of stuff that I'm working on. I'm working on it in these other ways, and one day that'll happen. But if I sit there every day being like, I can't see my kids, can't see my kids, my wife's evil, so on and so forth, then it doesn't do anything good for me. It just stresses me out. It makes me feel incapable of doing anything. Um, yeah, what do you guys think on
I
that?
think what maybe you might be describing is what I wrote down as proactive stress relief, like the things that you can get, the stress you can actually do something about and get off your
Yeah,
shoulders. Focus in on that to make a real impact in the rest of your day and tomorrow, so you don't feel that stress tomorrow. Um,
yeah,
and yeah, you're so right. Some things you just are out of your control. There's no point in letting it fester in your mind and wreck your day.
right.
Okay. So, James, my situation's a little bit different with my foster kid,
Yeah,
because he's addicted to meth.
right.
And so I've had to step back a little bit, because I don't need that stress in my life. Not like I don't want to interact with him, because I do.
Yeah, right.
But there are, just as John said, there are things that are out of my control, and I don't need to get worked up about it.
Yeah, definitely. Um, right. And sometimes it's gonna be that way, and time is the ultimate teller of truth or determiner of truth. You'll um, you'll see how it resolves, and you'll wish one way and have that be your positive energy. Do what you can when you can, but definitely, yeah, like you said, you have to step back sometimes. Um, practicing self-care is also about is realizing that it's about being responsible for yourself in all facets of your life, and that self being the key word. We can't let ourselves get too caught up in in the choices that other people make that we're unable to do anything about.
So I would say that that's actually key. You need to, and I do have a hard time with this. Um, you do need to take time for yourself. Um, and that's going to be different for everybody. But I think all three of us, at least, tend to prioritize other people's.
It's a human nature, I think. It's our longing to help one another that it can sometimes be to the detriment of our own. But sometimes it works out good. You help people and you get the recourse from that. You know, there's a quote from the book Into the Wild. Christopher McCandless wrote. It's
I read that as a kid.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's happiness is happiness shared, and I think that was ultimately what he figured out in his journey. You know, in a way, helping other people is sharing one's happiness, I think.
I'd have to look back and figure out which book I read this in. But there is a difference between selfishness and selflessness. And at a certain point, being selfless becomes selfish because you're trying to fill whatever void is in your life by helping other people, and that's not always good.
Yeah, I could see how that could take that route. Yeah, I remember we had a video on selflessness, selfishness, and self-centeredness. Yeah, I need to rewatch that. You know, reinstill what those are, how to better capture and embrace them to my own benefit, you know, to my self-care. Another one I have is create a gratitude journal. So you guys can feel free to do this, but I got a blank section in my journal right here. And what you do is you write down 3 things that you're thankful for, or, you know, appreciative of, and you just don't write the same thing. You get to write it only one time per month. You know, for 21 days, I think is what people tell you to do, or suggest rather. So I'm gonna go ahead and write down, I'm thankful for John, Scott, and Amber right there. That'll be my first entry into this gratitude journal that I'll start, and I encourage everybody to do something similar to what they're thankful for. Today is the 30th.
Yes, Scott, I found that really interesting that you mentioned that going so far on the path of being selfless and focusing on others and what benefits them, and I think to myself of like these individuals in history. Maybe I shouldn't start to compare myself to, but like, did they go so far on the path of selflessness that they breach through that selfishness point where they're just feeding their ego with something? People like Mother Teresa or Gandhi or something like that.
Yeah,
It's really interesting to me.
you get caught up in your own icon, your own icon.
Iconography is, I think, the word you're looking for.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
So John, I don't. I definitely need to try to find what book I found that in. But there is a certain point where people get a little bit of a rush out of making other people feel good or lifting up other people. And I'm not entirely sure that that's wrong, but it's self-defeating. I mean, you can't help everyone.
Yeah,
No, you
you're
can't.
kind of in a way creating an obstacle that is impossible to complete. Yeah,
So
but
you're setting yourself up for failure.
right. Yeah, I think that's kind of a nice thing about what we're doing here is we're on a journey, recovery and sobriety, and the betterment of ourselves in general. And we are trying to help people, but we're not putting it up so large that it's like, oh, if I don't help 10,000 people today, I failed. So like we might get one or two here and there, and that's what matters. For me, that little bit I'll take and feel good about. But primarily, I'm doing this to do my research, have good conversations with you guys and whoever else wants to join, and enjoy my Saturday afternoon in a productive way.
So, James, what I've enjoyed about this is the fact that I'm very grounded in the fact that this is part of your and John's recovery. And I'm learning a lot while we do this. So I appreciate both of you guys for being willing to put yourself out there.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, Scott. And we
Thank you.
appreciate you joining as well. As pretty much every single time, save one or two. You've been a big part of this, and good insight into a lot about life that I don't know. We have our own unique perspectives. I value that. All right. So next up, I have be kind to yourself. Right. It's kind of an obvious one, but every now and again you need to think about you getting something that makes you feel better. Being selfish in a way. You're making sure that yeah, I've got the lavender bubble bath stuff from my hot soaks in the tub at night. I've got some nice beard balm that I enjoy the smell of. Little things like that. I go on my cruises on my bicycle just for fun. I play video games, play a lot of video games. I'm real kind to myself in that department because I experience a lot of joy in that. So make sure you cater to your own needs and the things that provide you joy in your life. Anything you guys do that's particularly kind to yourself? I know you had that cappuccino this morning, John,
I had a
with your girlfriend.
cappuccino, had a nice breakfast. Delicious. I've got things down like just personal hygiene. Brushing your teeth can be like feel good pampering. Trimming your nails, like, ooh, look at me, I
Yeah,
got fancy looking fingers. My fingers
right.
don't look.
Got
Yeah,
a clean
shaving
haircut.
that head.
All right. You heterosexual men have no idea what pampering is.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about, every once in a while you need to go into a spa and get a seaweed wrap. I mean, hell,
Okay,
What
all
does
right.
that do for me? Why would I want to go to the bottom of the ocean and wrap up in a bunch of seaweed? I wouldn't do that. So why would I do it in a salon?
you know what? I purposely go in and get, not that I've done a seaweed wrap more than like once, but going in for a massage.
Yeah, oh yeah, I get massages every week.
And it's like the first like few times it's really freaking uncomfortable, but afterwards it's like I feel better. I
Yeah,
just took care of myself. I have fallen asleep on a massage table before,
same here.
and if women do it, why can't we?
Yeah, exactly. Um, finding a nice barber is a good thing if you got some spare cash. Having a professional do your hair and your beard, and they even give you little massages there while you're doing it. That's a nice way to pamper.
The scalp and neck massage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, I've got a barber that I use, and I can get a haircut at Supercuts or Great Clips,
Yeah, 'cause you got
and
that good hair.
it doesn't look much different. But the fact that, she rubs her fingernails through my scalp and gives me that neck massage and a little
Mhm.
bit of a face massage, and then she, you know,
Having somebody wash your head is kind of a neat thing that I haven't had done too many times.
well, that's because you
Yeah.
don't have any hair.
Well, no, I mean, back in the day when I was at 50% hair.
Back in 1972.
Yeah, back before the internet.
There are reasons why girls go out and get their nails done and get their, foot massages and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's like it's just relaxing.
yeah. No, on the line of self-care, I make sure that I hit all my doctor's appointments that are for stuff like that. I get a massage once a week, and then I got to go to the chiropractor once a week, get acupuncture once a week. Those are 3 moments where somebody is just taking care of me. I'm just laying there getting poked and rubbed, and hot packs, cold packs, and suction cups, and all kinds of stuff. That sounded maybe bad.
Suction cups.
Oh
What use
yeah.
the suction
Uh,
cups on?
so John, there is a massage technique that involves suction cups. I can
Okay.
send you pics. I've never had it done. It's
It increases the blood flow in that local area.
Okay.
Yeah.
but
So
yeah, but you look bruised
oh yeah,
afterwards.
yeah. I mean, I've got the shades of a circle from last week's on there. I don't want to get my shirt off and go find it for it to be. If it was prominent, if I got acupuncture yesterday, I'd show y'all. But I didn't. It's been a little bit. Uh, but yeah, it leaves like 14 little red circles
What?
all on my shoulder to try to heal up that area. Yeah, that's some self-care that I do a lot. Um, this one kind of goes into line with diet and junk food intake and whatnot, but I get a lot of joy out of having a nice big steak every night. I don't even eat with vegetables or anything. It's just big old beautifully cooked steak, and it brings me a lot of pleasure to have that meal. I don't know why it makes me so happy, but it does, uh, and I'm gonna keep doing that. It's my own self-care. Yeah.
You can't take my steak away.
Can't
Don't
take my
pry my
steak away.
steak.
I went to
And see, and
Sam's and I got the big
I
pack.
had a cauliflower mac and cheese last night, and I was just like, oh, carbs.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Nothing wrong. I would like to eat that sometimes.
So James, let me ask you a question about that steak. Are you allowed to go for seconds?
Well, no, see, I get a big one.
So you don't need
It,
seconds.
it's thick. No, I I make it to the end and I'm perfectly satisfied.
Nice.
I just got to floss because I get some beef stuck in my teeth.
Well, that's better than having a vegetable stuck in your teeth.
Nourishing
Yes.
meal that is flavorful.
Mm.
That is also maybe in some moderation. Yeah, I have a feeling your doctor in about 5 more years said, "Yep, James, all this red meat's catching up with you. You had 2 steaks per day."
No, is fruits, vegetables, and nuts and
And steak.
eggs in the morning throughout the day. Steak. I don't know. We'll have to see in a little while.
Yeah, maybe you should
Yeah,
let that doctor know.
I think probably the worst thing that I'm doing currently for myself is like 100 grams of fake sugar. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I feel you.
Like, if I could cut that out, my body would probably just heal automatically. It'd be like
Mhm.
berries and steak, no fake sugars. Bam, perfect body, health wise.
Okay, so James, why are you doing the fake sugar energy drink stuff?
Man, I get on a kick of them. You know, it'll start with just the one. Like, uh, I'll be a little tired. Uh, have been too lazy to make coffee. If I don't have the coffee pot over there, then I go get those things, and then one leads to two, leads to a week of them. You know, so uh, that's a constant battle for me. Is on the line of addiction. That's something I need to control.
Well, I
Uh,
didn't want to mention that, but do you think that is a addiction coping mechanism?
well, potentially. Uh, I think I do like the feeling of being elevated uh, or energized, ready to do something, excited. Um, I'm I'm probably addicted to that. That's something that I'm always trying to go after. That I need to kind of dial down a little bit because honestly, if I'm just eating healthy and I'm having coffee, plain black coffee, uh, I feel fabulous. If I'm drinking water, like I don't drink as much water when I drink these things. I know that there's a better path for me to feel energetic and elated, get better sleep, all those kinds of things. But every now and again that course gets a little bit wobbly. And then I find an energy drink on it. Yeah, moderation with some things. I've been playing a lot of video games and I stay up real late with my brother. And then I drink energy drinks to that. And then in the morning I feel tired and I do some more energy drinks, so it's like there's a lot of areas there that I need to show moderation, tweak it, get it back under control. And we've been kind of doing that, when it gets about 10 or 11, we're like, all right, time to call it, can't stay up till 2 again because it's just going to lead to more and more bad things. Like, ultimately it's trying to be responsible for myself and for my actions. And self-care, being just that responsibility for my actions, everything related to me.
And you have an awareness of your caffeine and your energy drink intake, which is a good start. And I
Yeah,
applaud you on that. As someone who understands coming off of an addiction, coming out of an addiction cloud, and kind of leaning on other substances, I go for energy drinks when I'm experiencing cravings for methamphetamine. If I want that buzz, a Red Bull will pacify me and
mm,
make me feel much more okay, and I don't have the strong craving. Um,
mm,
So I have a friend who is trying to get off of coffee um, because her husband has um, GERD, which I think I've talked to you guys about before.
yeah,
And so she's been moving herself over to black tea, and it's been
yeah.
very unsatisfying,
Uh, uh,
just
but at least it at least gets her a little bit of caffeine in the morning.
yeah. I've tried to kind of do the thing where I go from coffee to tea, several times. That's a hard trip. Uh, I mean, because I can drink a pot in a day, uh, and nap 2 times in that day. Like it doesn't keep me up all night or anything like that. Um, but if I don't have it, yeah, uh, uh, chasing that energy again. I got some matcha green tea. Uh, every now and again at night, I'll make me one of those with honey and ginger and cinnamon. Uh,
Oh, yummy.
yeah,
I was about to say that sounds delicious.
yeah, it's really good. And really good for you too. It gets your metabolism going and you burn a lot of fat while you're asleep. Um, yeah. Uh, so, we're talking about health a little bit, but, obviously exercise is very important. Nutrition, water, exercise. And you don't have to do a lot. My time at the gym is uh, about 30 minutes of light exercise. Uh, and if it
But
goes longer than that, it's because I'm stretching for longer, or rolling on one of those therapy rollers or whatever.
it's movement that makes you feel good at the end of it when you're done with it.
Yeah, your body definitely responds with various chemicals. Um, Provides you with more daily, higher energy level daily. Uh, another on the lines of sort of physical activity. Practice yoga or like Tai Chi, some sort of I mean, yoga's hard. I don't know if anybody's tried yoga, but that stuff is not easy. Uh, Tai Chi is a
You
little
haven't
bit.
you
Go ahead.
haven't tried it, or
No,
you have?
I have tried it, and it's hard. That is some bodybuilding type exercise right there. Yeah, you're just holding a position, arms straining. Uh, Very good for you. And if you can do that, you can do that. But if you need something a little lighter, there's Tai Chi is a very great mild form of exercise, and it practices a little bit of that mindfulness meditation during it, which is another thing that we need to make sure that we're maintaining our practice of being mindful or having mindfulness and doing our meditation, however that may come. Um, Yeah. So like self-soothing. I don't know if I don't do this very often. Uh, every now and again when stuff's been real hard, I've had to tell myself like, hey man, you're right, you got this. Like that's as much as I talk to myself that way. Typically when I talk to myself, it's like, hey dumbass, but that's not that's probably not the right kind of direction. Uh, Amber talked about this a few meetings ago, finding some smells, like say the beard balm's one of them, uh, and invoke your senses around something pleasant, for self-soothing. A nice candle, you know the beard balm. uh you know Whenever I take my car to the car wash, the inside of it smells clean. I like that too. um Anything you guys can think on self-soothing?
I wanted to say maybe we could practice that. The care that you would give a child, the compassion that you would give a child who doesn't know better,
Yeah,
who doesn't have information about things, who doesn't know what a poisonous snake looks like. That compassion that you would give that young child, you can give to yourself, and just love yourself for that same level of care. Maybe it's
that's
one
very
thing that
good.
I have.
And it's easy to think about it that way too. You're like, what do you tell a kid whenever it hurts? Hey, you're all right, buddy. Hey, no, you're gonna be just fine. Don't worry about it. Like we don't do that to ourselves nearly as much, but nearly as much as we should. But that's a easy way to think about it. How you would tend to or care for a child's needs. Only put yourself there. I like that one.
James,
I,
would you let a child smoke a cigarette?
No, but you don't
Then
need to
you
smoke that
shouldn't.
cigarette.
I'm putting this one out.
I've been trying. That's why you got your blinder up there. I need to get a little icon.
You know my
I,
secrets.
I've been resisting. I was like, I thought about it a couple times. All right, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a little bit.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
And the
so
light went up right now.
so I had, being sick the last 3 weeks with COVID, which I'm
Ah,
over, by the way.
Good,
good, good.
good.
But one of the things I thought about is when I had bronchitis as a kid, and my mom had like that big, huge vapor thing that they put the Vicks Vapor Rub in
Yeah.
and had it going all night long. And I'm like, why am I not doing this for myself?
Yeah. And you could do that with a lot of essential oils, you know?
And I do. I have plenty of essential oils, and I was using those. But I'm just like, I remember, Mom putting that vaporizer right next to my bed, um, and pouring that nasty liquid in it, and rubbing Vicks Vapor Rub on my chest.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I'm really resistant to babysitting myself like that.
Right.
And
Yeah, why don't I have
that's,
a jar of mentholatum? My mom used to coat me with that stuff, just like you're saying.
yep.
Oh,
And
and it,
it's, yeah, we don't take care of ourselves the way our moms did.
mhm. No, that's good. Like John mentioned, take care of yourself the way you would take care of attend to a child's needs. I mean, that motherly care that we had, trying to bring some of that back into our lives, even though it's administered by ourselves, is another way to look at that. What would mom do? Mom would make me a hot tea with some honey in it right now to soothe my throat. You know what I mean?
And chicken soup.
Yeah, chicken noodle soup. That's the only one I do, man. When I'm sick of the chicken noodle soup. I got some cans. Man, I've had this like cough thing for a couple weeks now.
Oh.
We took that COVID test and I was clear on that. So I kind of wish it was COVID because then I know what's wrong with me. Uh, I got down here engaged.
James,
Yeah, yeah.
drink plenty of fluids, get lots of rest.
Mhm.
And after that advice, you can put that through your insurance company so they can pay me.
Yeah, I'll have to get pre-authorization. Uh, so engage in a solo hobby. It's another thing. Find something that you're passionate about that brings you joy. Like I have a slew of them. I go fishing. I don't ever catch any fish, but I go fishing. I go stare at my bobber. It's relaxing. It's another way that I practice mindfulness. I take my bike for rides. Just press that little button and go real fast. Try to get my heart rate going, get a little adrenaline going. I do the same thing in my car, top down, 100 miles an hour, adrenaline. Those are all my little hobbies that I like to take part in. I like to keep my car clean. Um, uh, let's see what other kind of hobbies uh you get. I mean, video games. That's the one I was trying to remember. Yeah.
The one that takes up your whole life.
Moderation. Yeah.
I've seen that bicycle behind you. I'm thinking I need to rent a bicycle today.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Outdoors.
So another thing is having one person that you can confide in, that you can tell them anything. They're not going to judge you. They're going to be supportive. Um, it's very helpful to have one person or many people like that have your back. Um, I don't, I, I was trying to just think just now, like how you go and find that person, but hopefully you've already got one of those people in your life. Hopefully you have several of those people, uh, and you can hit them all up whenever you need. Get different advice from each one of them. From like I call my mom or my neighbor Brian. He's my confider guy. I just say whatever, and he just listens, and gives me a little bit of like sage wisdom here and there. Uh, and that's even with different views on some subjects, conflicting views, but you gotta have somebody that you can talk to.
And that's a sincere challenge, as you pointed out, finding that. For some people, they don't have their parents, they don't have a close friend.
Yeah,
If you're watching this video and you ever just want to talk to us, we've got an open Zoom room for you.
yeah,
And we can be your friends. Like this project is about opening the room to the people that we don't know and are meeting for the first time. And if you want to attend a weekly meeting, this is your opportunity.
Yeah, we'll take the time to hear out your situation. If you got something you need to get off your chest, and if you want to do that privately, we have our phone line and our text line. Email is a great one too. But yeah, we'd absolutely that would be our pleasure.
All the information's at the bottom of this screen that you're seeing on the streaming platform. I've got
John,
one I wanted to mention. Go ahead.
do you want to try to put that up on the Zoom meeting? But
I could
I think
I
actually
could
it's
get
just the three of us though.
it put
So
into an image that I could
Oh yeah.
put up. One thing that I'm trying to work on, so I've had I think 2 or 3 different Facebook accounts over the years, and one thing I'm really trying to do with this one is to curate using the options on the app to curate a healthy social media environment where
Yeah.
if I have maybe I do just want to share a picture of my breakfast, or I do want to talk about how my little sister just turned 28. I can do that in a way that I feel comfortable, and I don't have to worry about any strangers, anybody like James was talking last meeting. You know, that guy you met at the bar and you Facebook friended on your phones. I don't want to have that situation, so I'm curating a healthy social media environment. And I say that because I think most people do some sort of social media, and most people worry that it could be a problem for them on some level.
Yeah.
And
No,
so, yeah.
yeah, that's
so
go ahead,
so
Scott.
one of the things that I do is I'm on 4 social media platforms, but they're all different. So like Facebook is friends and family,
Yeah.
and so I keep that fairly clean. Instagram is basically just me, watching friends on what they do. Um, Twitter is where I get most of my politics, and I follow a lot of parent accounts where they're talking about their kids and,
A
Yeah.
little bit of
the crap
pleasure
that kids
entertainment.
do.
Uh,
I would say that one is entertainment for me, but I do kind of block those things off. And when I have like family who um I interact with on Facebook, when they find me on Twitter, I block them.
yeah.
I try to put up walls
I
between
don't,
those things.
I don't know why that makes me laugh, but what you're doing is setting up a very healthy boundary there on your Twitter, and enabling you to have this mentality that your Twitter is no friends or family, it's strictly platonic, if you will. Is that the right word for it?
Yeah, I think that would be correct. There's a lot of things that I get off of Twitter, which is now X, um, that I really wouldn't share with anybody else.
I
Hmm.
get that.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I've carefully curated my new replacement Facebook account. It's all friends, former Navy divers, family, um, and everything that I see posted on that is something positive. It's somebody doing it at the park with their kids, uh, some training exercise for divers, because for the guys that are still in, um, all pet stuff, like everything like that. And man, I just go down that thing. I hit love, like. I give everybody one. You know what I mean? Because that's free. I could just click that button and spread that happiness. You know what I mean? Some people are stingy with their likes. It's like, I just Everybody gets a
noticed it.
little low.
I'll say I thought it was nice when I saw that James Groom liked a picture of me and my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, my buddy James
Yeah,
likes this picture of me and my
I
girlfriend. That makes me
I
feel
did
good.
like it.
That makes me
I did
feel
like it.
good. Made me feel
Yeah,
real. That was real love,
right.
man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Made me feel good.
Uh-huh. Uh, so I guess we're getting to that 45-minute mark.
We are.
I have something we could end on
Okay.
if you want. Um, as part of this process, ask yourself what gives you meaning in life and what gives you joy in life.
Marie
Uh,
Kondo. I'm sorry, but I had to.
yeah, yep, right. So always try to define that, uh, and it will help. It'll help guide your life in general, I think.
James, can you step back from your chair and stand up and do the Marie Kondo, like, does it bring me joy thing?
She's the lady that organized people's houses on Netflix, right? Like a long time ago.
Yes. And she was like, when you're cleaning your house, hold it in your hands. If it doesn't bring you joy, throw it away.
Oh, oh yeah. I need to hold some stuff in my hands around here.
And
Joey.
he's gonna pick up the dog, and it's gonna bring him joy.
Uh-huh. I got the cat between my feet right now. Yeah. Uh, yeah, most of this stuff brings me joy. You think about it.
Well,
I mean, that coffee
then
table could do better.
then that's perfect.
Yeah.
If you liked this video, if you like our conversation, consider joining us next week, Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time. You can also leave your comments in the YouTube channel. If you want to tell us what you're grateful for, tell us what you're grateful for in the comments. We'd like to know. We
Good
appreciate
one.
you watching, and thanks, James. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you both.
All right, thank you both.
Yeah.
Guys, take care.
See you guys. See you guys next time.